Hello everyone, I'm outdoors today videoing to try to offer you some encouragement during these crazy times of Corona, particularly as it relates to school and your child's education. Now, if you find these videos helpful, please give me a like, or even better, subscribe. I hope you understand it's completely free and I'm so small there's not even advertising. So I wanted to share with you guys something I've been hearing a lot during my patients' well child visits recently. You know, I'm very fortunate that I get to work indoors at the practice where I work and don't have to work in our drive-through clinic where we deal with sick and respiratory symptoms. But I am seeing a lot of adolescent well visits, and I want you to be aware that many of them have told me, both in front of their parents and confidentially, that they genuinely feel like they've developed ADHD. When they are doing a virtual or remote learning situation, it is much harder for them to stay motivated, and they feel that they're more easily distracted and just have difficulty concentrating. So I want to let you know that a lot of people are feeling this, so it may not be a genuine diagnosis since they did not struggle with it when they were in face-to-face instruction, but it is a real thing. Part of the concern is, you know, we've always recommended 2 hours or less of screen time per day. Well, you can't help that now because they have the mandatory school time to get their schoolwork accomplished. And it's one of those things that just, it is what it is. It's no one's fault. It's just how things are working right now. So I wanted to encourage you that if your student's feeling this way, they're not alone. Also, I wanted to alert you that we had already been seeing rising amounts of adolescent depression and anxiety even pre-pandemic, but now we're seeing even more, and I feel personally like I've seen more since school started back because they're realizing, wait, real life is still happening. This is just some kind of a strange spot we're in right now, and it is a strange spot we're in. It's very chaotic. I want to encourage you to have extra grace to your student, but also provide some accountability. We're getting reports from teachers that even teens who are certainly old enough to navigate the technology part of this are also just human beings, and it's hard for them to get themselves motivated to get out of bed. They're often not turning in assignments. Teachers are having a much harder time keeping track if their students are focused and concentrating well and doing their work and things like that, because they can't monitor the whole classroom in one glance as they could with face-to-face instruction. So I'm encouraging you today, monitor for your children's depression and anxiety, because they're not out seeing their friends as much for many reasons. Many stressors are increasing now on everyone, including teenagers and parents and teachers. So monitor for that, and also just have extra grace for them, extra grace for yourself. Try to provide some accountability for them, but in a loving way. That's hard sometimes. And please have extra grace for the teachers who are at times preparing 3 different curriculum or learning plans, and that's a lot of work when they have to do their lesson plans ahead of time and they're trying to accommodate multiple different scenarios for their students. It's also for the teachers like restarting the school year multiple times, because as students switch from preferring all virtual to preferring hybrid, or in the future preferring 5 days a week, they're often being shifted between different teachers. So the teachers are getting new class roles sometimes by the week, and that's a lot of extra work for them too. So I just want to give you an encouragement that this cannot last forever, and that you are not alone, and if that you feel your students having some more depression symptoms, pay attention to that. And if they're having ADHD symptoms, also not a huge surprise, because we know that's what increased screen time does. So limit their just for fun screen time, since they're already overdoing in the mandatory screen time, and encourage them to get outside and exercise and get fresh air and vitamin D and sunshine. It's really good for the soul. Try to encourage a healthy rhythm each day of eating breakfast, getting up at the same time, going to bed at the same time, and really emphasizing quality sleep at night. Hope this helps. Thanks.